Narcissistic abuse doesn't just affect individuals. It can permeate and transform the very environment of a home, leaving lasting psychological and emotional imprints. Here's a closer look at how this insidious form of abuse can alter the dynamics and atmosphere within a household. Number 1. Atmosphere of tension and fear. The home becomes a place filled with tension, where family members walk on eggshells to avoid triggering the narcissist's wrath or criticism. You might notice constant criticism or explosive anger over small things like chores or daily routines. This environment can lead to anxiety and a sense of never feeling safe or relaxed at home. People living with narcissistic abuse often find themselves doubting their own perceptions and feelings as the narcissist manipulates situations to maintain control. It's not just emotional. Physical manifestations like headaches or stomach aches can become common due to chronic stress. Despite the turmoil, outsiders might not suspect anything wrong because narcissists often maintain a charming facade in public. Victims might start isolating themselves to avoid conflict, further perpetuating the cycle of abuse. It's crucial to recognize these signs early on to seek help and break free from this damaging cycle. Next, clutter and chaos. Often, narcissistic abuse can lead to chaotic living conditions. This might manifest as clutter, disorganization, or even hoarding tendencies, reflecting the internal turmoil caused by the narcissist's behavior. The home may seem chaotic, with piles of items accumulating due to the stress and distraction caused by constant emotional manipulation. For those experiencing this, maintaining order becomes overwhelming as their energy is drained by the ongoing psychological battle. This chaotic environment can also extend to relationships within the home, with strained dynamics and a lack of harmony. Number 3. Isolation and withdrawal. Victims of narcissistic abuse may withdraw from social interactions, leading to a sense of isolation within the home. The narcissist may also intentionally isolate their victim from friends and family to maintain control. This withdrawal can be gradual as the victim begins to doubt their own worth and abilities due to constant criticism and manipulation. They may feel ashamed or embarrassed to discuss their situation with others, further deepening their isolation. Over time, social activities and friendships may fade away, leaving the victim increasingly dependent on the narcissist for validation and companionship. Recognizing these signs is crucial to offering support and helping the victim rebuild their social connections and sense of self-worth. Number 4. Control and manipulation. Narcissists exert control over every aspect of home life, from finances to daily routines. They may manipulate situations to maintain their power and dominance over others in the household. This can include making unilateral decisions without considering others' opinions or needs, creating a sense of helplessness and dependency among family members. Victims may find themselves constantly second-guessing their choices and feeling pressured to comply with the narcissist's demands to avoid conflict. The manipulation tactics can be subtle yet pervasive, gradually eroding the victim's sense of autonomy and self-confidence. It's important to recognize these patterns early on to break free from the cycle of control and seek professional help to regain independence and assertiveness. Number 5. Gaslighting and confusion. Gaslighting, a tactic used to make victims doubt their own perceptions and reality, can create a confusing and destabilizing environment within the home. This psychological manipulation can leave victims feeling disoriented and unsure of themselves. The narcissist might deny or distort facts, blame the victim for things that aren't their fault, or invalidate their feelings and experiences. Over time, this constant undermining can lead to a loss of trust in one's own judgment and a heightened sense of confusion about what is real and what isn't. Recognizing gaslighting behaviors is crucial for victims to regain clarity and trust in their own reality, helping them break free from the narcissist's control and seek support to rebuild their sense of self. Next, let's talk about emotional turmoil. Emotional abuse, such as constant criticism, belittling, or demeaning remarks, creates a pervasive atmosphere of emotional turmoil within the home. This can lead to anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem among family members. The relentless barrage of negative comments and undermining behavior makes it difficult for victims to feel good about themselves or their abilities. Over time, this ongoing stress takes a toll on mental health, making simple tasks feel overwhelming and everyday interactions fraught with fear of further criticism. Family members may start to internalize the negativity, believing they are worthless or incapable. Recognizing this pattern is essential for breaking free from the cycle of abuse and seeking help to rebuild emotional strength and self-worth. Number 7. Role confusion and enmeshment. In narcissistic households, there may be blurred boundaries between family members, leading to enmeshment and role confusion. Children may be expected to fulfill the narcissist's needs or emulate their behaviors. This can prevent healthy individual development and create a sense of obligation or guilt for not meeting unrealistic expectations. The narcissist may treat family members as extensions of themselves, controlling their actions and choices to maintain dominance. This lack of personal boundaries can hinder emotional growth and independence, as children and partners may struggle to establish their own identities separate from the narcissist's influence. Number 8. Physical neglect or overcompensation. Ever noticed how some people seem overly focused on themselves? This self-centered behavior can significantly impact those around them. Take physical neglect, for instance. When someone is absorbed in their own wants and needs, they might ignore household chores or maintenance tasks. Conversely, in public or social settings, they may go to extremes to maintain a perfect image, hiding any flaws. Living with such behavior can be frustrating. Essential tasks like repairs may be neglected, and cleanliness can suffer. When they do act, it often seems more for show than genuine care. This pattern can create tension at home, where balance feels elusive. Narcissistic behaviors aren't always obvious. Sometimes it's the subtle prioritization of self over others that wears down a household. It's not just physical, it's emotional too. Living with someone who is always striving for external perfection can make you feel undervalued. Recognizing these patterns helps us understand when self-centeredness is more than normal. It's about the deeper impact on relationships. By being aware, you can navigate challenges and protect your needs in a narcissistic environment. Number 9. Erosion of trust. Trust is often eroded in narcissistically abusive households. Family members may become wary of each other or struggle to trust their own perceptions due to the manipulative tactics employed by the narcissist. Number 10. Impact on children. Children raised in narcissistic environments may struggle with emotional regulation, difficulty forming healthy relationships, and carrying the burden of unresolved family dynamics into adulthood. Number 11. Financial instability. Narcissistic abuse can also lead to financial instability within the household. The narcissist may control finances or make impulsive financial decisions that impact the entire family's well-being. Number 12. The cycle of abuse. Without intervention, narcissistic abuse tends to perpetuate itself in a cycle. Children who witness or experience abuse may grow up to repeat similar patterns in their own relationships or households. Number 13. Diminished self-care. Victims of narcissistic abuse often neglect self-care as their focus shifts to managing the narcissist's demands and emotional outbursts. This can lead to physical health issues and chronic stress. Number 14. Resistance to change. Attempts to change the dynamics within a narcissistically abusive home are often met with resistance or escalation from the narcissist, reinforcing the status quo. Lastly, seeking healing. Recognizing the signs of narcissistic abuse is the first step towards seeking healing and creating a safer, healthier home environment. Therapy and support networks can be crucial in rebuilding trust, establishing boundaries, and promoting emotional well-being. Understanding how narcissistic abuse transforms a home is essential for breaking free from its grip and fostering a supportive environment where individuals can heal and thrive. Recognizing the signs early and seeking help is critical to reclaiming a sense of safety and peace within the home.